Beautiful sounds from Sagi this morning with Tomorrow Silver featuring Sanel musician and Diplo. What a beautiful song, man. What a beautiful song. And of course, it is a beautiful Saturday right here in East London. Goody morning, guys. Goody what? Goody morning, my beautiful people. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Young Purpose here on Keith Ngesi Radio with myself, Baby Sihu, also known as Ibuda the Jan, also known as the girl who carries her dream in her backpack. Guys, if there's an opportunity, best believe I'm there for it. You are tuned in on your greatest young show on land, watch on Keith Ngesi Radio. And in case you didn't know, now you should know that KNR is not your average radio station. We are radio beyond frequency, but most importantly, we are radio according to you. And we're broadcasting live in East London, Vincent, but we're not limited by the confinements of East London, nor of Eastern Cape, nor of South Africa. We are international. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by simply going to knrapp.co.za. I repeat, that is knrapp.co.za, man. Or download our app on Google Play Store. It is the Keith Ngesi Radio app. I always say it's also more convenient. Or follow us on our social media, man. We are Keith Ngesi Radio on Facebook and on YouTube. That's where we are live too. So if you want to see this beautiful face, go check out my live video on our Facebook page. It is Keith Ngesi Radio. Also like our sister pages as well, the Keith Ngesi Digital TV, also on YouTube and here on Facebook. Share the content so that it reaches everyone who would be interested. So if you are a resident listener, you know it's about to be a jam-packed show. And if you're passing by, I hope you like what you see and you stay with us, man, and you become part of the family. Today the question is, what do you do when you're feeling lost? What do you hold on to where you just feel like nothing is balancing, nothing makes sense? What keeps you grounded? What keeps you anchored? That's the question today, because it's been a long week, honestly. It's been a crazy week. And I don't know if you're like me, but this week, I was just like, man, I felt like I've been thrown into a world that is already decided, where I don't have a say. And even if I do have a say, it doesn't really matter, because it's just like a drop in the ocean. So whatever I have to say about whatever situation that's happening in my life, it doesn't really matter, because there's not much I can do to change it. Abantu will always tell you, you do this, your situation is going to change, or say this, or start believing in a certain way, start being a certain person, then things are gonna change. But it's not always like that. Sometimes you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel because it's just dark, man, and you're too far away from the end of it. So kubanzima, when that happens, ubambelele ntwenini. I know for a fact that when I listen to music, be it gospel music, but especially gospel music, house music, whatever song I'm listening to, when I listen to music, it takes me somewhere else where there is no pain, where there's no hurt. And even if there is pain and hurt, it coexists with my joy. When I feel as though, ish man, indlela yakho ayiseko as smooth, okanye you don't know what's going on, I don't even know if I'm coming or I'm going, then I know if I listen to music, I'll be taken to a place where there's solitude, a place where I can sit with myself and sit with all of my emotions and feel hurt, but at the same time feel like this is gonna get better. I am gonna get better. So listening to music helps me a lot. And journaling, by journaling, I'm able to then articulate my feelings and understand them for what they are. So when I start to write down my emotions, or start to write down however it is that I'm feeling, I'm able to say, oh, okay, so this is what's going on with me. Nansi le nto indityayo, nansi le nto indikhubayo. And if this is what's bothering me, surely there is probably a solution, or surely let me hold space for it, and focus on other things. I know what it is. I'll come back to deal with it when the time is right, or it will time will deal with it. Because honestly, time deals with things, guys. You might be going through the worst thing ever, and in time it just gets better. Like for example, I'd recently applied for this other opportunity, right? And I didn't get it, I didn't get it. And I was so hacked, I was so hurt. I still am, but in time it just fades, uyalibala uba ukhubekile okanye iyaphola. Ifana naxa uhlatyiwe mos, if you have a scar somewhere, with time it's gonna start healing, it's gonna start drying up and having space to exist without hurting you. So thank you to time that it's able to do that. And I think it's also what keeps me grounded. Do you get what I mean? Because when ubana, you don't have time, you start to appreciate all that you have. Like, I don't have time to be crying over things that I can't help. I don't have time to be crying over spilled milk. It's spilled. Nothing's going to change that. I just have to either clean it up and then move on, right? And hopefully find another pack of milk, right? So time helps me realize that I can't be crying over izinto manje ezincane. Ukubone into ezenzekileyo ziyenzeka zibhlungu akubikho mnandi, but at the same time xesha liyahamba, alilindi mna ndigqiba ukhala, lihamba noba ndikhalile noba ndikhalanga. So why cry over something that I can't change when I can just move on and find a better way to exist in the world and find a better way to show up in the world. So that's just some of the things that help me, stay grounded and that help me find hope in times when there is none. I want to know from you though, what do you do when you feel hopeless? What do you reach for when you are feeling lost? It could be a friend. Mhlawumbi you're one of those people who just exhela fethu, hayi man mamela, nansi into eyenzekayo, andikho right, andikho grand, so ndidinga wena, kandicebise man njitamo, okanye kawuze man uzandibona. And then you sit and you have fun with your friends. Or mhlawumbi wena ungumntu othanda ukhala, maybe you cry till umqamelo abe manzi uqonde yayi abona undikhalile, hayi kugrand. I want to know from you, what keeps you grounded when the world just wants you to keep floating back and forth, where you don't even know what's going on, where there's no balance? What's the one thing that you hold on to? Don't be afraid to comment. Drop your comments down below and let me know. I would really like to know. It could help someone else who is watching, because I see there's quite some of you who are watching. It could be helpful, because we live in a generation where people cry on their own, they cry and they have no one to go to. They go through things and there's no one to talk to them. So if you can, drop your solutions, or it could be just an escape, a temporary escape, whatever it is for you. I would like to know. And recently I had a friend tell me, hey, OB, when I'm going through the most, I don't like to reach out to my friends and tell them, hey, this is what's going on. I would rather go and take a walk at the beach or take a walk around the neighborhood, just so I could just relax and relax my muscles, so that there's no tension and that I can breathe on my own. And another one said, hey, listen, I'm the type of person who wants to be around people, because when I feel like nothing is going well for myself and nothing makes sense for myself, when I'm around people, I get to just tap into their joy, and I get to tap into whatever it is that's going on in their lives, and I'm able to hold on to that. I'm able to say, oh, okay, I'm not okay, but looking at you, Obuhle, and how your life is going, I'm able to just, hold on to that and want it for myself and manifest it for myself, or I'm able to feed off your energy and hopefully it will carry me. So you could be that person, I don't know, but it's very important that we find things to anchor to when the ship is not sailing how we want. Because we are living in uncertain times. Anything can go wrong at any time. I think we've seen it with COVID. I think we see it with our lives daily, how you could have an idea and you can have an outline for your life or how you would want things to go, and it doesn't happen the way you want it to. So what do you do in those times, or when you suddenly lose a loved one and you're just like, I was not expecting this. We're losing peers left, right, and center all the time. And it's very important that we have something that we can hold on to, something that we can, look forward to when all of that happens, right? It could be a higher source, it could be God. For those that believe in God, it is Him for me, it could be prayer, praying to God or to the universe or whoever it is that you pray to. That too is important, right? It could be just sitting with yourself, sitting with your emotions and letting them be however they choose to manifest. So if you're sad, it's you saying, oh, okay, now I'm sad. Let me sit with my sadness. And sitting with your sadness doesn't necessarily mean uhlalo hlobo. It's just saying, oh, okay, this is what's going on. Taking a piece of paper, we journal it down, and we take a look at it. We're like, oh, okay, this is what I'm going through. Then let me find a way to deal with it. Do you get what I mean? So there's just a lot of ways in which you could stay grounded, where you could stay anchored onto something, where you don't have to be alone. You don't have to feel alone if you don't want to reach out to family, if you don't want to reach out to friends, because that too can be pretty much stressful, when you're going through something. You're just like, I don't want to burden anybody. I don't want to bother no one. I just want to find a way to deal with it on my own. I don't want people to know my struggles. I don't want people to know my frustrations. So you want to keep it to yourself. So those are just some of the ways where you can not bother anyone, but still let out whatever it is that you're feeling, right? I do suggest though that you should talk to friends, talk to family, find someone where you just feel safe being yourself, where you are free enough to be yourself and to exist as your naked body and just show up as you are, with all your frustrations, with all your hurt, with all your pain, with all your anger, with all of your emotions, and they can hold your hand through it. They can be with you through it. So I really do hope we can find things to anchor to and to hold on to as we move forward with the rest of our lives. Bells Mavandla is here. Okay, I'm smiling now. Hi, Mama. I hope you are well and in good faith this morning. Rejections are nothing but redirection. Sending you hugs. Love you, love you. I love you too, Mama. Thank you. I'm truly learning that rejections are redirections, and I'm learning to live above them, because in the moment when it happens that you are rejected, it doesn't always feel like that. You're just like, oh my God, I didn't do good enough, or I wasn't the best, or something's wrong with me, I need this and this. But now I'm learning to be okay with that, in that moment. I've been rejected. It's okay. It happens, it happens. What now? I think the most important thing is the what now. You've been rejected. What now? Are we going to cry over this, or are we going to take it as a redirection, as you say? So it's very important that we take rejections as redirections, and not to focus on them really, and accept them for what they are. They're just that, rejections. Now what? Now what? And that question has helped me as I navigate life moving forward, and just also having people that are there to hold your hand through it, where you can be rejected and you can just quickly text your mom, hey mama, this is what happened, and they will sit with you through that, and just phone calls that will bless you. Last week you called me, was it last week, this week? And man, I'm still processing it. I'm processing everything you said, and I'm grateful for that moment. I didn't know it at the time. It was overwhelming, but now that I am processing everything that you said and allowing it to digest, I'm feeling really empowered by that phone call. So thank you for that. Like I said, it is going to be a jam-packed show. We will be having serious and important conversations. This was just something, Jay, to get everybody ready to start their day. Something light, not too heavy, but we will be having rewriting narratives with Asanda later on in the day, and we will be unpacking. We're having also a creative. I don't want to give much away, I don't want to give much away because I want you to listen and I want you to tune in. So we will be having those conversations. So at 10:10, please look out on the Keith Ngesi Radio YouTube or Facebook page because it's gonna go down. We will be talking literature, we will be talking creative arts, we will be talking what it means to just be creative, man, and be inspired by the world of arts. I'm excited for that as a creative. And then later on, we are rewriting narratives with Asanda, yet another important conversation this Saturday. And I hope they will be young people who will be joining and engaging with us, because I believe that it is in conversations that we can move from a place of voice to change, from a place of idea to impact. And we can get a lot of things done just from a conversation, because it is from a conversation where change is birthed. It is from a conversation where impact comes from, so I'm excited for the Jam Pack show. So long, let me just allow you to digest what you just said. And if you didn't watch, you come across this on your feed, please share it, please like, please comment, whatever that it is you can do.